on, man. Here we go. Stop it. Yes, you stop it. Stop overreacting. Here we are already. Hard Knocks episode 1 dropped. If you didn't see the live stream, if you didn't see my video, go make sure you go watch that video after this video. But we here to talk about one of the most polarizing things that come out of it. Giants fans, we know how we are. New York fans, we love to rush to certain things, and we're very passionate. But can we please not overreact about what we saw in episode 1 and not overreact about what we're seeing overall? Joe Schoen was doubling, tripling down on Daniel Jones, pretty much saying, I believe in him. I believe in him. We're paying him $40 million. We gave him a 4-year contract. We're trying to figure out if he's going to be, a 10-year QB for us or this is his last year. I understand he said all those things. And a lot of people are taking it and, they're very worried. And certain things you grab and certain things you throw out, right? I think with the whole method of this show, happening, Hard Knocks, the front office, and, they need to have storylines. They need to have drama. Daniel Jones coming back from injuries. He's going to be the QB. We know, and us real fans, we know that they really liked Drake May. I don't know if they're going to show any of that. And you already saw clips of J.J. McCarthy, but not Drake May. I don't know if they're going to show clips about that. I don't think they're going to show anything about potentially trading up to replace Daniel Jones. But all I know is they were hammering down on Daniel Jones being the QB, and he's coming back and rehabbing. They were hammering that down. We had what seems like some people think it was staged. That conversation with Brown and Joe Schoen and the other gentleman, I can't remember his name at the moment. But they're all three in there, and he was pretty much saying, last year with the offensive line, there's no way he was going to make it. Patrick Mahomes wouldn't have made it. We got effing practice squad players in that game. If you didn't see it, make sure you see it. Go make sure you watch that episode and watch what I'm talking about, man, because Joe Schoen was like an open book, and he was, blurting out things about how Daniel Jones didn't have it right, and he was missing his skill players, and all that stuff is factual. A lot of that stuff sounds like stuff that we might talk about. Like you and I might be saying Patrick Mahomes would not survive behind that offensive line. And it's really, insightful to see Joe Schoen making those remarks and talking about it as well. Now, the comments about him potentially being either a 10-year starter for us or not playing over here, it is a little worrisome because here we are in year 6 not knowing if Daniel Jones is the guy. We've been saying this for the last 3 years now. Is Daniel Jones the guy? This year is the year we find out. This year is the year we find out, and here we are. But please do not take what you see from Hard Knocks and run with it. Don't run with it because, once again, I feel like some of these things are set up. I have no proof. I'm not a part of the filming. I'm no way associated with the Giants except for being a fan just like you are. But I do believe that they have to create some narratives, some storylines, and with the Giants having a lot of say in what's going to be released, they need to show everyone that Daniel Jones is their QB. Why would they show that they don't believe in him? Why would they show that? And I do believe that they believe in him a little bit. I mean, shoot, Joe Schoen is the guy that gave him that contract. But you even seen it with the conversation with John Mara, where John Mara was really worried about losing Saquon, and he said, in a perfect world, I want Saquon back here. And Joe Schoen is letting him know, we got Daniel. We signed Daniel to a big contract. We can't have them both on big contracts. And a lot of people argue, hey, maybe that's why you should give Saquon a big contract and not Daniel Jones. It's already done, man. It's already done. Hindsight, obviously, once again, that contract looks terrible. And, hopefully he lives up to it one day. And if there is a day, it needs to be tomorrow. This year is really big for Daniel Jones. Coming off of rehab and coming off of a year that, the optimism and the confidence was up here. And even Joe Schoen talked about it. They upgraded at a lot of positions compared to the previous year, and we won 6 games. That's very underwhelming and it's worrisome. But, I do think the team played worse than they actually were. The coaching probably could have been a little bit better. There's a lot of things that we could take from it. But please, people are already exiling Joe Schoen. Year 3 is the year. Same thing with Daniel Jones. After year 3, that's when we really were saying, is Daniel Jones the guy or is he not? The year 3 Daniel Jones, which I believe was 2020 or 2021, that's when we had to make that decision. Here we are. Joe Schoen, 3rd year of having the team. We need to make that decision soon. Is Joe the right guy or is he not? We're going to have to make that decision. Now, with Joe Schoen, once again, this is year 3. Gettleman guys are mainly gone. The only couple guys that are still there is Dexter Lawrence, Daniel Jones, Andrew Thomas, the premier players and arguably the best players on the team. We're Gettleman guys. But hopefully, we're starting to see more picks flourish. We need Kayvon Thibodeau to step up. Can Evan Neal step up? Can we have other guys that really flourish like Deontay Banks? We need these guys to take next steps, and this is the year that we're going to see that. Or we need to see it. Because once again, this is really Joe Schoen's team now for sure. Year 3, a lot of the roster already turned over. Now we need to start seeing some of those guys develop, and some of those guys that you drafted, some of those guys that you traded for, we need those guys to make impact plays for us. And this is going to be the year to do so. But, once again, 2 years ago, we loved this man. And still, if he goes out and makes a trade tomorrow, there's going to be people loving this man overall. But don't exile him from the way he talks and the way he walks and the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that he eats while he drives. Do not do that. Because believe it or not, I'm already seeing it on Twitter. I'm already seeing that in the comments, man. But some of the criticism is fair. It is fair. But once again, just don't take every storyline that you see from here and run with it. Some of it is going to be real, but I do believe some of it is propaganda that they're putting out there. That's just me. Daniel Jones, show me. Need you to show me. I was on the bandwagon before last season. I was saying that Daniel Jones was a top 10 QB. I was making that argument, saying he was the number 10, by the way. I didn't say number 5. Number 10 QB in the league. Now, bottom 25 for sure. Some of the disrespect for Daniel Jones as well, he's not as bad as some of these other dudes, but he's pretty bad. But he's not as bad. But Daniel Jones, show me. You got Malik Neighbors now. You got Jalen Hyatt year 2. You got Wan'Dale Robinson year 3. Show me. This is time for it. I'm excited to see what else comes out for Hard Knocks. I'm excited to see more of the takes that are coming out from Giants Land. And, obviously all of us talking about it overall. Once again, every Wednesday night we're going live the day after. They drop a video on, dropping a video like me. They drop those episodes on Tuesday nights. Wednesday nights we live talking about it. I'm excited to talk about those things, but I'm excited to see more of it, man. Once again, Joe Schoen, you saw what it started with for that Brian Burns trade. He was saying two ones for Brian Burns, or maybe 1 and something else. Joe Schoen flipped that and said, nah, you getting a 2nd and a 5th, call it a day. And we got Brian Burns. The trades, he got the sauce when it comes to the trades. We just needed to start turning up, man. We needed to start turning out. So once again, man, please pump the brakes a bit. But nevertheless, let me know down in the comments, man, what are your biggest takeaways and how do you feel about the situation overall? I love that we have some things to talk about now because, once again, it's been quiet on the side for a little while because there hasn't been much going on. Make sure you stay tuned for next preview. We're still dropping previews. Cornerback or wide receiver is the next one, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Once again, today is July 4th as well. Happy Independence Day. Happy 4th. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Stay safe tonight, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.